there, friends. My name is Brian Ewald, and I'm here once again at the PRS factory in Stevensville, Maryland. And today we're going to be checking out the PRS DGT 15 combo. This amplifier brings the acclaimed tone of the DGT 15 head into a convenient grab-and-go combo format. This surprisingly powerful 15-watt amp was designed by PRS senior amp designer Doug Sewell in close collaboration with longtime PRS artist David Grissom. David is a Texas-based musician with a storied career as a solo artist, a sideman, and a session player, not only known for absolutely amazing guitar playing, but revered for incredible guitar tone. David has collaborated on several products over the years with PRS, including this beautiful DGT guitar that I'm holding here. The story of the DGT 15 amplifier really starts with the creation of the DG Custom 30 and 50 amplifiers. David and Doug painstakingly designed those over the course of 3 years. Their goal was to design an amplifier that rivaled many of David's favorite vintage amps, with rich tones, tons of character, and something that really comes alive under your fingers at full volume. The DGT 15 brought the sounds of the DG Custom in at a much more reasonable volume and a much more obtainable price point. And now, for the first time, this amp is available as a combo. If you're a PRS fan and you want to be the first to know about everything that's happening here at the factory, be sure to subscribe to this channel and feel free to drop a comment down below. This amplifier is powered by a pair of EL84 power tubes. It is tube rectified with a GZ34, and on the preamp side, it has three 12AX7s and a single 12AT7. Just as we find on the head version, this amp features a gorgeous reverb, trem, and boost function that are not only foot switchable, but the way that they interact with the foot switch is very tweakable via these mini toggles on the front of the amp. All that said, to me, this amp just has a wonderfully unique overdrive, which cleans up beautifully with just your guitar volume, and the notes just bloom and explode out of the speakers. Taking a look at the control panel, starting off, we have an input volume, which essentially acts as your gain. We have a treble, middle, and bass tone stack. We have a master volume, a reverb, a top cut, and a presence control, and a speed and depth for the trem. And we have mini toggles that control the functionality of the boost, a bright switch, a master control, which I'll explain more in a second, and one that controls the functionality of the trem. While a good place to start on many of the amps PRS makes is all knobs at noon and tweak from there, this is a completely different beast. I would recommend starting out the way David dials it in, with the master volume all the way up. While there's plenty of gain in David's setting, let's see what it sounds like when we crank the input volume all the way up and check it out maxed out. great way to think of the master volume in this amp, and the way David utilizes it, is to control your boosted versus non-boosted tones. The boost on this amp, which is both a fixed volume and gain boost, is designed to give David something similar to running a boost pedal into his DG custom amps, to take him from his bass rhythm tone into more harmonically rich lead tone. It is controllable by this first 3-position mini toggle, which can be on, off in the center, or all the way down is controllable with the foot switch. The next mini toggle is our bright switch, which can of course be on or off, and in the down position we have a really cool function where it's disengaged once the boost is engaged. This is the way that David uses it, where he likes the bright switch on for the cleaner sounds, but once the boost is engaged, it could get too bright, so it disengages it. It's almost like having a 2-channel amp with independent bright switches on the clean and dirty sounds. Our next mini toggle controls the functionality of the master volume. When it is up, the master volume is on. In the center, the master volume is disengaged, essentially like diming your amp. In the down position, we get this really cool function, just like the bright switch, where the master volume is engaged only when the boost is engaged. That effectively gives you the ability to control your boosted versus non-boosted sound. And finally, we have a mini toggle that controls the functionality of the tremolo, either on, off, or controllable by the foot switch. I absolutely adore the sound of the trem on this amp. It's achieved by oscillating the bias to the power tubes. It's a very old school, swampy sounding trem with lots and lots of character. Although there's no mini toggle for it, of course the tube-driven reverb is controllable by the foot switch. It's got a lot of variety. It can go from beautiful subtle textures to really lush, long, dreamy decays. Not only does the DGT-15 combo give you all kinds of cool options between the boost, the mini toggles, and the functionality with the foot switch, it is also highly functionally versatile, especially in sculpting the sound of the top end. Obviously, we have a treble, mid, and bass control, But to further sculpt the sound of the high frequencies, there's a bright switch, there's a top cut and a presence. The top cut actually cuts high end as you turn it up. All in all, it gives you complete control over your sound between your guitar, your playing, and your playing environment. While this amp, even when set up to get gorgeous overdrive sounds, cleans up wonderfully just by turning your guitar volume down, let's take a look at how we'll dial in a clean sound at full guitar volume. On the back panel of the amp, we have the jack for the foot switch. We have 4, 8, and 16 ohm speaker jacks. And although it is cathode and self-biasing, we have bias ports for monitoring and ease of serviceability. You may notice the lack of effects loop on this amp, where an effects loop can be an effective tool to put your time-based effects after the overdrive in an overdriven preamp style amp. On circuits like this and things like the HDRX amps, where a majority of your distortion is coming in the power stage, an effects loop just isn't a viable option. The amp is covered in a striking blonde Tolex and features salt and pepper grill cloth. It is a semi-open design cabinet, which gives you a nice balance between tightness and punchiness, but without any boxiness. And for the speaker, it is loaded with a single 12-inch Celestion Vintage 30. The DGT-15 combo was designed to give David everything he needed tonally and functionally in one package, all at a volume that won't strip the paint off the walls. Whether you're looking to cop some David Grissom tones for yourself or find your own tone in a killer-sounding, vintage-inspired, feature-packed combo, I definitely recommend checking one of these out. For more information on this amp or to find a dealer near you where you can play one for yourself, please visit prsguitars.com. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you again soon.